What's going on, everybody? In today's video, we are going to be talking about a real estate investing strategy called driving for dollars. Now, you may have heard of this. This is a great strategy for when you're getting started. And there's a couple things I want to say about it. Well, number one, the way it works is that if you're driving around your own neighborhood, maybe it's another neighborhood, maybe it's a neighborhood that you heard has a lot of great investment properties, you simply write down the address of any property that looks like it might be in disrepair, broken windows, overgrown grass, even fire damaged properties, just properties that look like they might need some work. So you jot down the address, and then with the idea being that you would contact the owner to see if they're looking to sell, because obviously that could be a motivated seller. If the property is just sitting there vacant, they're probably racking up taxes, fees, other things like that. Now, I do have a video on how to find vacant properties, how to find the owners of vacant properties. But in a nutshell, a couple things you could do would be, put a sign or some type of letter or some type of note on the front door of the person's house. You could look them up in your county tax records to see their mailing address and then mail them. Or having a real estate agent look in the MLS tax record to see if they can find their mailing address that way. And sometimes I've even had success with just putting the address into the white pages just on Google, and then oftentimes, believe it or not, you'll find the people's email and phone numbers on there. Now, it might not always be up to date, but typically you'll have like 2 or 3 phone numbers that you can call or even text and get a response from the owner. So driving for dollars is definitely a viable strategy. However, once you get into real estate investing, most experienced real estate investors are not out there driving for dollars. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, it's a great strategy when you're getting started. But a couple better things that you can do than driving for dollars would be, a lot of times counties or even cities might have a list of vacant or blighted properties. For instance, in my city where I live, if I were to Google, my city vacant blighted property list, there's actually an up-to-date list. I think it gets updated every 6 months or every year of pretty much every blighted property in the city that has been reported. Now, it's not going to include every single property, obviously, but it's going to include probably 75, 80, 90% of the houses out there. And there's over 1,000 properties on that list. So that could probably save you some time. So for whatever your county is, you can even call your county to see if they have that. Sometimes it might not be readily, freely available. But usually it's going to be public record. So usually your county or city is going to have some type of list like that. So that would probably be a better use of your time than driving all around looking for properties. When you're getting started, it is a good way to learn the neighborhoods and things like that. But eventually you'd want to have a more strategic way of doing it. And another tip, I know some investors, what they'll do is they'll pay people per lead. So they'll pay local kids or local people looking for an extra couple bucks to take a picture and jot down the address of any property they see that's vacant or blighted in their area. And you can run into some licensing issues and things like that if you were to pay them only on deals closed, because technically, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm not giving you legal advice, but technically you're not supposed to give people some type of commission that aren't licensed, for finding deals. So be sure to check with your local regulations. But usually the way I've seen that it works is if you just pay someone per lead. So you could pay them $2, maybe $5 per lead, whatever makes sense. And all they would have to do is basically just take a picture of a blighted property in your neighborhood and jot down the address and then send it to you. So it could be a great, summer job for somebody. So there you have it. That's my take on driving for dollars. When you're getting started, I think it's a great way to find deals, to learn neighborhoods. And then eventually, there's probably better ways of evolving from driving to dollars to the point where, maybe you have someone else looking for leads for you. Maybe you just find a vacant and blighted property list, and that's going to save you, obviously a lot of time and resources. So thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, please give me a like, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.